Bishop Marian Eleganti of Switzerland openly criticizes Rome's Latin Mass restrictions, then turns around and says the SSPX is not the solution either. That's a harder line than you might expect from a bishop this sympathetic to tradition. So, what exactly is Eleganti's problem with the SSPX, and what does he think should happen instead? Let's walk through it. Here's the background. Bishop Marian Eleganti is the Emeritus Auxiliary Bishop of Switzerland. In a recent interview with Ad Vaticanum, he was asked directly about Traditionis Custodes, Pope Francis's 2021 restrictions on the traditional Latin Mass. Eleganti didn't defend the restrictions. In fact, he said something surprising, that the whole policy is based on a lie. He pointed to the Vatican's own survey of bishops worldwide, which found that most bishops did not want stricter measures. Most, he said, were satisfied with Summorum Pontificum, the earlier document that had freely permitted the old Mass. So, if most bishops didn't even want this crackdown, why does it continue? Eleganti's answer is blunt. Rome wants to play it safe and avoid reopening the question. He said the marginalization of the old Latin rite has become institutionalized, meaning it's no longer treated as a temporary policy, but as the new normal. But then, Eleganti shifted from criticism to warning. He said there will be a backlash because grassroots movements can't be stopped from above forever, and they'll keep demanding an answer from the hierarchy. No answer, he said, is a bad answer. So, does that mean Eleganti supports the SSPX stepping in to fill the gap? Not at all. He drew a sharp line here. He called the SSPX schismatic and warned that dissatisfied Catholics shouldn't be pushed into its arms. He even pointed to a specific example, Bishop Richard Williamson, once part of the SSPX, who later went on to validly ordain other bishops entirely on his own authority, without any church approval at all. For Eleganti, that's proof of where this path eventually leads. So, what's Eleganti's actual solution? Not the SSPX, and not silence from Rome either. He wants the cardinals to formally take up the liturgical question at a consistory and take the criticism of the post-conciliar reforms seriously, instead of pretending everything is fine. In his view, the real failure isn't the existence of the old Mass. It's Rome's refusal to honestly examine why so many Catholics are drawn to it in the first place. That's the tension this bishop is holding. Sympathy for tradition, but a firm refusal to accept schism as the fix. Eleganti's message is really this. Dissatisfaction with the liturgy deserves an honest answer from the Church, not a walkout from it. Do you agree that the SSPX isn't the solution, or do you think Eleganti is missing something? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for more stories on where this debate is headed.